All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Happy Pride, y'all. It is Two Grooms.
In a pod.
I'm Cleo.
And I'm Shannon.
And we are bringing this episode number 21 on June 18th is when we're recording this. In celebration of Pride Month, Juneteenth, and Male Mental Health Awareness Month. Did you know that was this month too?
Yes.
Oh, he's informed. Oh, what TikTok did you watch?
All the ones you watching.
Oh, touche.
Touche.
Well, how are you on this blessed evening?
I'm good. I was running today a lot.
You were running today. I mean, you did take time for a siesta.
I needed it.
Yes, you did.
I needed it before I got outside and wanted to be Superman and mow the lawn.
Yeah, I don't know. You just decided it was time to mow the lawn. I was like, okay.
I'm trying to get on the same schedule as a neighbor.
Oh, because you don't want our grass to be looking shaggy.
Next to his.
Next to his, yeah.
Right.
Very keeping up with the Joneses.
Is it that?
I mean, you said it in a very, that's not how you said it, but it could be interpreted.
No.
A little keeping up with the Joneses.
Not really. I think your yards should be somewhat uniform in the neighborhood.
I mean, I'm sure everybody appreciates that, Yeah, I'm sure they're glad that the blacks don't have the shaggy grass,
I can't have that.
No, we can't have that.
No.
Because I'm glad you're mowing it, because otherwise we'd be paying somebody.
I'd pay for part of the yard.
Yeah, the big
hill out back, but we still have inside the fence in the back and then the front.
Yeah.
So it's pretty large.
What the hell? What did you do? That's something that you stacked something weird in the back and it just fell over.
Something fell in the sink.
Nice job there. Nice job.
That was weird, though.
That was weird. The cat's put up?
Yes.
Speaking of the cat tried to kill me the other day. The cat, we're trying to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's late at night. Shannon has put the cat out of the bedroom because the cat is not allowed to sleep.
Because of you.
In the bedroom. Because of me, I'm proud to say, there has to be boundaries. There has to be some boundaries. And I set them, apparently.
He's devastated.
Child, he lives his best life by himself. And so, but he likes to try to maybe think maybe there's still going to be some hangout time or something at the end of the night. And Shannon had put him out, and I got my hand full with my water, and I don't know what else I had in my hand to go to bed. And the cat I see him about to run into the room, and I try to stick my foot out to block him, like, hey, don't do that.
Not going to work.
And then I tripped.
And tore up everything.
And fell into the wall. The mirror, which is huge, probably 4 or 5 feet by 3 feet, falls alongside the wall. It hits the air conditioning thing,
the thermostat
thing, knocks that off the floor, off the wall, falls into the ring plug-in and the plug-in at the bottom
broken.
of the floor. Now
another one.
She's broken. Now Shannon was wary that the whole thermostat was broken. He was real solemn as we were trying to put it back together and put it up. He was quiet because he was worried that it was going to be a bill. I could sense it. I could sense the worry. And then, but it came back together. So kudos to the people for, it was a pretty easy. It was put back together in 5 minutes, and everything's working just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I thought somebody had hurt somebody.
Yeah. Well, next time,
be careful where you're walking, and leave my cat alone.
I'm not messing with your cat. I am not messing with your cat.
He tells on you.
How he tell on me?
He always talking about you.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I'm talking about her too.
She knows it.
Play this for her on the podcast.
I will.
We'll play it.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Uh, what does having pride mean to you? Gay pride.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
No one has ever asked me that before.
Well, I'm asking.
You like surprising me with questions, so I can't think about it and give an intelligent, thought out answer. But,
Want me to go first?
Sure, let me think about it.
Pride means to me just living out loud, living in your truth. Not caring what people say. And even when you do care what people say, you still say, I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna walk in my truth, even if walking in my truth is uncomfortable or comes with some kind of risk.
Okay. I mean, mine is very similar. I'm still working on the live out loud piece of it, but I'm definitely proud of who I am and, in that aspect. But living out loud, I'm coming into that a little bit.
Well, what does live out loud mean to you?
I don't know. I don't really, until now, this is the most public I've been about, my sexuality for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So my family and friends know, well, not many of my friends, but my family knows, right? The most important people in my life know. And that's kind of how I kept it. So anyone else, like work or anything like that, I never, I guess, put it out there like that I am. If they ask me, it's okay, I'll talk about it. But, living out loud, I guess I need to figure out what that really means.
Well, to me, living out loud doesn't mean you have to, like, we don't have a pride flag hanging outside the house. It doesn't mean you have to do that. I mean, that is, I guess, a way. To me, I just think it's being truthful and not being dishonest about who you are. And so if that's what you're doing, if that's like you feel like this is the first time you've really been honest with the world about your whole self, because I think it's not so much of going, hey, this is my sexuality. It's just being honest about your whole self.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever not been honest with myself.
No, not with yourself. Honest about your whole self with other people.
I don't think I've had that problem in the last, say 2 decades, right?
Okay. So
growing up, I did, hide and cow down to certain things or denied certain things with certain people.
Okay.
Maybe work or so. But now I don't do that. The marriage part for us is new to me a little bit still.
Well, yeah, sure. Marriage is new to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody get married for the first time.
But I mean, like, say at work or something, some people will ask, "Oh, your name is hyphenated." And I know they want to ask, but I don't offer it. You're not married. And the next question is, what's her name? And or something like that. But I've never gotten to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it kind of works. She's Cleo. You can leave it.
I mean, I'm not gonna, hide from it.
Right.
It's more like a need to know type thing.
Gotcha.
For me.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense.
In my life, so.
That makes sense. All right. Well, happy Pride. So a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was last weekend for Father's Day. Father's Day was last weekend. We got to talk about, well, first of all, my sister kind of invited us all over to my brother's and his fiance's house for Father's Day because I think it was Saturday. Well, she kind of did. It was Saturday. She goes, well, what are we doing for Father's Day? And my brother goes, I'm cooking, some chicken and some steak, and and my daughter will be here. And I was like, well, when's Father's Day?
And I was like, boy.
and everybody's like, "Well, it's tomorrow," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." You know, my daddy's been dead a long time, so I don't think about Father's Day like that. But I know
I do.
you do.
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
But I think, but we had different relationships with our fathers. And my father was essentially, you know, for all intents and purposes, kind of a, I don't want to say deadbeat, but I'm gonna say deadbeat.
Absent?
Absent, non-child support paying,
Hmm.
whole other family by the time he passed
Oh,
away,
okay.
but not handling his own family, dealing with some of the women and her kids. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not bitter or anything, but I'm just saying it was just a different story.
Totally.
Whereas your father was home
He
and
was home,
he was
always there, and
always there,
yeah.
and you know, was married to your mom to the very end,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and everything.
I mean, he wasn't like always there for events and stuff, but I knew he wanted to be, and
Right,
I
yeah.
understood his purpose in my life, I guess.
Right.
So, yeah, but it was different. I
Yeah.
always had my parents together.
Right. So it's a more of a sentimental holiday for you.
Yeah,
In
because
a way.
he passed away, and I'll say not too long ago. It's been a while, but I still remember him.
Right.
Like he's here.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So we went over to my sister's, to my brother's house. And the reason why I'm pausing that because I'm thinking we'll unpack the whole father relationship thing later on another episode. Right now we'll keep it moving because there's something there. I know someone's thinking, Cleo, you're the Black Barbara Walters. Why aren't we unpacking this right now?
I
But
ain't gonna say nothing.
now's not the time.
It's not.
It's not the time now.
I mean, Father's Day. I mean, when would it not be the time? I mean,
we're talking about childhood trauma.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's not the right
Now's
time.
not the time for that.
Okay.
I really want to talk about something very joyful and joyous, which is me and my brother's fiance, our victory over my brother and my sister in Spades.
Oh Lord.
Okay. They challenged us one game. We only had one game, people. One game, because we all had to go and we didn't want to stay too late. It was kind of a quick little get together, and they were like, "Sit down, let us defend our championship." So me and my brother's fiance, we sat across from each other and we're like, "Okay, girl, let's do this." And we kept betting them books of like, "Girl, can you do it? Can you do it? Can I do it? Can we do it?" And we kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And we beat them by 1 point. By 1 point.
I stepped away. So when I came in, there was still some controversy.
There was no controversy.
There was controversy.
There was no controversy. There was false. There was fake news. There was fake news.
Tell them about the controversy.
The controversy was we had all agreed that we would play to 300. We said, so what we playing to? 300. Okay.
So you all agreed before?
Yeah, we agreed before we started. That's why I said there's no controversy.
Okay.
It was fake news. It was somebody trying to say, let's recount the ballots because they had lost. Okay. They were like, oh, there's hanging chads.
So, you all usually always play to 350. Normally.
I think so. I don't freaking remember. I don't remember. That's why I said, hey, we played a 300. And everybody's like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then you did set the
I know how to do
tone at the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I know how to do.
Okay, so then it wasn't
my
like
sister,
it was.
the sore loser,
oh,
she was trying to pull those, I told you she plays with the ghettos. And she was trying to pull the ghetto rules out and be like, oh, Wednesday. Girl, pack it up. Pack it up, girl. We already agreed. We'll pack it up. So anyway, congratulations to me and you. You know who you are. We did it. We are the champion.
That's why I don't play with y'all.
Yeah. Why? We are very tame. You got to admit it. We're pretty tame Spades players.
I've been in some.
Yeah, we ain't cussing each other out and
but it's still intense.
Cards.
It's intense.
Oh yes, because it's competitive.
Yeah, it is.
It's light crap talking, light,
light.
Yeah,
y'all are all of y'all are competitive.
We are. That's why my
From
mom
your
didn't.
mom,
That's
yeah.
why my mom didn't show up for Father's Day day because she didn't want to get beat in space. Sorry, sorry. I think that's what happened. She was just like because she was unsuccessful the last time, and
I don't think that's the reason.
that's why she didn't show up. I think so. I think she was worried about getting
You're gonna get it at the next fight.
slaughtered again. Not being a part of any winning teams. That's what I think. But
I don't think so.
you just trying to stay in her good graces. That's just what you trying to do. Oh, and can we also talk about my killer pound cake that I made for the event for the Father's Day?
It was very, very good. That was one of your best.
Thank you. Thank
It
you.
really was.
I was
Even though it didn't get out the pan.
because I used this overly decorative pan, and then I only sprayed some Pam in it, but I should have put flour in it to make sure it came out. But I didn't want it to tear apart trying to get it out of there, so I just let everybody cut it from the bottom and pull their slice out, and it came out looking, not perfect, but it came out looking pretty good still.
It wasn't an ugly cake. It just didn't come out
Yeah,
the pan.
and then I made a delicious caramel sauce as an option to go on top of it.
But you really didn't need it.
I didn't. Yeah, you didn't eat it, but it was there, and it was tasty.
It was.
And I know it was tasty because my brother's fiance, she stays, being good about what she eats and watching what she eats. She got 3 slices of that cake, so I knew it was good.
She ate her cake before she ate her meal.
She did, and I appreciate that because I'll be like, because people will tell you they like something, but girl, when they eat half of it and the rest of it ends up in file 13. And it's okay. I appreciate it. People are nice. But when somebody eats the whole thing in your face twice,
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, I had 2 pieces.
You did. You had 2 pieces before we even left.
Yeah.
It was, and my sister made banana pudding, which was really good. I put a little bit of that on top of the cake, and it was it was big back good, girl. It was.
You had your mash up.
I had my little mashup. It was good. My brother, of course, showed out on the grill as usual. He made these Pittsburgh hot links. I don't know if y'all even care about this. Is this boring, y'all?
No.
Jenny answered for them. My brother made these Pittsburgh hot links, and I don't know if y'all know about Pittsburgh hot links. You probably don't if you're not from East Texas. We actually first had them, I believe, when we lived in Pittsburgh, Texas, and because they're not Pittsburgh like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they're like Pittsburgh, Texas hot links, and there's just something about them. They're very, I don't know they're very earthy. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe them. They're not like Earl Campbell's. They're not like
Roger Woods.
Roger Woods or Jimmy John. Not Jimmy John. What's that? Ingrich Farms or Pepperidge Farms, something like that. It's different. And he put it on the grill, and you pop. Now this is where you want it to bust open, okay? Because you're not eating the casing. You're going to eat just the insides. And you put some hot sauce on a cracker. You remember how Wendy Williams used to be always eating and stuff and putting hot sauce on stuff? That's how I be feeling when I eat that. It's because it's just like, that's good stuff. My mouth is watering. I can order me some Pittsburgh hot links, but I got a grill. Anyway, it was good. It was a good time. It was had.
Yeah.
Especially because why? I won. I won at Spades.
That's why y'all went, just to play Spades, not to eat.
No, always to eat. Eating is always good. Spades is a nice bonus.
Okay.
I was talking to when I went and did that presentation last week, a couple weekends ago
In Houston.
Yeah, and my friend, she was there, and she's been really busy getting it together, running the thing, and when she introduced me to somebody, she said, "Oh, this is Cleo. He's like my play cousin. We always, we're so close, blah, blah, blah." And what I really appreciated about that moment was the fact that, because sometimes I worry that people I'm close to, because I'm so not like the kind of person that likes to talk all the time, that they think, well, we're not really that close. And then I'm like, but no, we are that close. I just don't want to talk to you all the time. And so I appreciated when she said that. I said, okay, she gets it.
Now you understand me.
She gets it. She understands it. She understands it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean now I understand you? I've been understanding you. What are you talking about?
Because I'm like that. I don't have
Yeah.
to talk to my friends every single day
Yeah.
to, have a connection.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell it to the camera.
But there are other people.
Tell your friend in the camera. Tell him.
It doesn't matter because
He ain't watching no way.
he
Always
does. Oh, he
asking
watches, but he still wants me to call and talk every single day. And if I don't pick up the phone, it's like a big deal. Like I'm never ever busy.
Well, it's okay. I guess.
Stop it.
I guess she's
Stop
a little
it. Stop
little
it.
lonely out there up north.
But yet I get their voicemail all the time. But that's okay.
So I was watching something. This guy on I think it was just on Instagram. I can't remember who the guy was. I gotta start giving people credit for these topic ideas. Like shout out to at ABC123 for this topic idea. I'm start doing that. But anyway, this guy was talking about how he was kind of glad he was in a relationship.
Was not.
Yeah, was not because when he's in a relationship, he said he's not his best self. And so what that made me think about was, can you think of one or two things that when you're not in a relationship, you were better about doing or better about than you are now that you're in a relationship? And one or two things that you're better about now that you're in a relationship. It could be just one thing. One thing you're not as good about because you feel like maybe you're not as good about it because you're in a relationship, and one thing you are good about because you're in a relationship. Like me, I used to would say working out and going to the gym, but I was kind of I had fallen off before I met you. So I can't even blame you for that. I wanted to give you
the same.
I wanted to give you that, be like, yeah, like I with you. I used to go to the gym more often, but I can't blame you. So,
for me, I think I'm better at communicating and trying to
connect with
with you a lot more, right? I was always more connected with my family. I guess since we met, it's both. It's still both, but just communicating, coming out of my shell, because I can become a hermit. So being by myself, right? So it's good to be a part of something.
So that's a good thing.
Yes, that's a good thing.
So the good thing about being married is that being in a relationship is that it's got you out of your shell.
It's got me out of the house, out of my shell. Okay. Yeah.
Now, what's a bad? That's not, I'm saying bad thing, but what's maybe a less positive thing, or you're like, well, I used to do this thing when I was single, but I don't do it, and this is the thing that maybe you should be doing or something.
I got to think about that one a little bit. I can't think of anything that stands out.
For me, I think that I can't even say like go out and do stuff because that's not true either. Because I've always been a homebody. I would say, I guess maybe contacting my friends more, because that they would get that energy, right? If I was given 70% at work, then the other 30% or 20% would go to my friends. When I would call them, oh hey girl, what you doing? Blah 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 blah. So now that energy is mostly going to you, so I do talk to them less. What's better, I think, since I got married, I've been in a relationship, I think I'm thinking more about the future, more about having a good future, as opposed to, I think before when it's just me, I'm just thinking, well, it, it'll be what it's going to be. It'll be what it's going to be. And I think, because you're thinking about somebody else, you want to be more than just what it's going to be. You want it to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of forced me to think like that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I still got to think on something as far as being
The bad thing.
the bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
because I never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I think it's situational too, because being here, neither one of us have gone out trying to find new friends,
Mm-hmm.
or bond, but couples or something like that.
Yeah,
And I think back then, when I was in Baltimore, or single, I was beginning to become more friends with some coworkers, and hanging out a little bit, having dinner here and there, that kind of thing. But now I'm more.
I could see doing that, but for me, it's hard to do that because being that I'm, in management, it's just hard to find people because all the only people I meet are people I work with, and I'm not that motivated to try to go out to a bar and meet people for friends. Like I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting.
It is, because there are times when I do want to meet people and go out and do things with new people, but I don't want to always be tied down to doing that.
Yeah.
So my mood changes sometimes, and there have been times you and I have gotten dressed and getting ready to do something. I'm like, I really don't want to do it, and it just hits me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with other,
but then you go and
people,
do it, and then you kind of
I do it, and I feel better.
Yeah.
But there are times when, if it's just you and I, we can just pull out.
Right. Well, I mean, we have big plans to go to the gays, see the gays this weekend.
Big plans
to go to the Pride, one of the local prides.
Yeah, it's local. It's not the big one.
Well, I mean, it's big for us because we go from 0 to something. And so we're gonna go and check it out. And as Shannon said, if it's too hot, if it's too outdoorsy, we will find our way somewhere else, to somewhere where I can watch Mission Impossible. And
I wonder where that could be.
And I can watch. What's the other movie I said I want to watch? Oh, Final Destination. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere inside air conditioning.
Inside air conditioning. Yeah. If they outside like that,
right?
Because she don't have time for that.
Because it's really hot here.
It is,
and I'm not trying to walk around getting sweltering heat. Just no. And spending money that probably I'd spend on food or trinkets or whatever.
Yeah. Although get a couple of gay trinkets might not be a bad idea.
It'd be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. I was seeing a comment. Need some water? I do have my.
That's okay.
I do have my bottle.
I got some.
You have a old. Whatever that Ozarka. I have my nice.
We know.
My nice girl here. Oh, by the
Shouldn't
way,
she be at work?
By the way, one of our listeners texted me today, who happens to be a friend of mine, and she said, "I do not have too many water bottles." Shout out to you, Angela. How you doing, girl?
Lies. Don't do that, Angela. Angela must have 10 or so.
Probably.
I need to talk to Sarah. Sarah,
get Sarah on the line.
We're gonna talk. see what she says.
Angela and Sarah, y'all. That's our lesbian friends. Actually, Angela and I go way back from college, and Angela has married Sarah, and therefore Sarah is my sister-in-law. And and Angela's his sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Sorry, they're lesbians, but they're still women. Okay. Oh my God, there was just so much to unpack in that 20 seconds right there.
Right. Every time you talk about water, you got to bring your cup out. When is she going back to work?
Why are you so pressed?
She said she was a work cup.
She was, but I'm using another glass thing at work right now.
Okay. All right.
it's all about having things. It's like wearing a shirt, you know. It's just about having things when you're in the mood, you know. Sometimes you're in the mood for that.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm in the mood to sip from my Stanley. So when I sip, my cheekbones pop.
We said that didn't work.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It didn't work.
Your lips.
What lips? What? I don't understand what you're talking about.
The last time you said you were trying to get a look, and
Oh,
you were pursing your lips.
if I purse my lips a certain way,
Right. It didn't work then.
it did. It does work. You just can't hold it very long. We had a comment on our social media that was like, "Girl, I was thinking the same thing about your cheekbones popping before you said it. It's hilarious." Shout out. Speaking of shout outs, and I always be deleting nasty comments before I save it.
I don't know why you delete them. Everybody has an opinion.
I know, but I don't want to give them power. But I should leave it there.
You gave them power by deleting.
I didn't block it, but I left it. Yeah. I mean, I left them. I didn't block it, but I deleted it.
Oh.
Right? So they can post another one. I guess we came up on their feed, and this guy wrote, "I hope your fathers know that this is not their fault." Something like that. I guess because it's two large, hunky, black, over 50 gay men. How dare we? Okay. How dare we sit up here in matrimonial bliss?
How dare we be happy, right?
How dare you be happy together? Sitting on a couch talking. You're an abomination.
He said that?
No, I'm just making up.
Oh.
It's probably what he thought. I went to his page and he had no pictures of himself. A bunch of, memes and this and that and,
No women, no girls, no children.
I mean, there was no family. There was no identifying factors of
right.
of him, because when you're going to be walking around hating on random people and saying all kind of homophobic stuff, you're going to make sure that you don't have identifying factors on your page,
okay,
because you're not going to own it.
Right.
We own it.
Be as anonymous as he can be. Right.
Own who you are. Nasty hater. Nasty.
Who cares?
Nasty boy.
Who cares?
I don't care.
I don't.
That's why I deleted it.
Okay.
But it would have been nice if I would have kept it so I could do one of those things that people do when they do look at this comment right here. You know how people do? Or look at that comment right here. See this comment? There's no comment, y'all. Look at that comment right there. Right there.
I don't know how to do those.
Ooh, look at my elbows. They're not ashy. She lotioned this morning.
How about this afternoon?
Why I got a lotion this afternoon? If I lotion,
because it did.
If I lotion in the morning, good. I ain't got lotion in the afternoon.
Okay.
Say my name. Say my name. Speaking of saying my name, Beyonce. Let's talk about Beyonce for a little bit.
Do we?
Well, something interesting is happening. Beyonce, like all pop divas, is aging. And in the comments on her video clips that are being posted from her concert, people are starting to talk about, oh, she's not dancing as much as she used to. Oh, she's sitting down a lot doing blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of this different kind of stuff. And it's interesting to watch fans as they realize that their pop stars are not going to always be at the apex. Now, it's hard to think about a time when Beyonce isn't the person everybody's talking about and go to. But I can remember when Whitney Houston was. I can remember when Janet Jackson was. When every comedian,
it happens.
It happens. Your time comes and goes, right? And it's really about how you handle that.
Yes,
it's how you handle it. It's not about chasing youth, right? That's why I'm really big about embracing my gray in my beard, even though I do feel like it makes me look older than I am, than I
It
feel.
does.
But I just feel like, it does look good, but I also feel like I'm not trying to chase youth. Now, maybe if I want to do a certain look someday, or if I just want to mix it up and I just, okay, I'm gonna dye it black for a
Mhm.
moment. But when you dye it black, then there's a whole process of the gray's gotta come back. It's just a whole thing. That's why I don't even want to bother with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting to watch fans realize that their favorite artist
Mm-hmm.
is human and is getting older. Like I love Janet Jackson, and Janet Jackson is still up there doing it, and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Da.
But she
But
ain't popping it like she used
she's
to.
not popping it like it used to,
Right.
and which has been a while, and that's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
I think what it really does, though, it just reminds us of our own mortality.
Yeah.
It's like when you see your niece and nephew get older, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
you're so big now, you're so this, you're so that. It's like, oh, okay, you know what that means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I felt that last year when I went to my nephew's wedding
Mm,
because I remember when he was like 2 or 3, and I
mm,
moved to Maryland and I stayed with my brother and his
mm,
wife, and I remember him like meeting me at the door when I came home from work. He was a baby,
uh-huh.
and now,
Here
he
he is
got
with his
married.
own relationship, married and house.
So that was an age kind of revelation. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I do get it.
yeah. It's just interesting to watch everybody. It's interesting to watch everybody process
Mm-hmm.
this journey of age. Just a random thought. I almost put this on Facebook today. I can tell I'm getting old. I'm getting older and wiser because I resist so often sub tweeting, sub posting on social media. You know how you used to do when you were younger? You post stuff like, "Well, if you don't want me, I don't want nobody who don't want me." You don't say nothing, right? You just post something like that, or
Mm-hmm.
he got to go.
Anonymous
This
stuff that
anonymous stuff like
nobody
that.
knows, and like,
Like,
what is he
what
talking
talk
about?
about? Like, I feel like even if I did post it, there'll be a part of my brain going, "Girl, girl, come on, girl."
I never did that.
You never did that. Oh,
No,
you missed out.
I was like, because I don't always like when people do it. It's like you just talking about random stuff. Nobody knows
I don't
the
need you to know. The
details.
person who knows if they see it,
Yeah.
and and sometimes it just feels good to yell it out in public. You know what I mean? Like today, I wanted to write. This is what I wanted to write today on Facebook,
Hmm.
and I actually typed it out, which is something I think is good to do. Type it out and then delete it. Don't post it. I do this all the time with emails at work, where
Hmm.
I write it in the voice that I really want to say. Where there's expletives and
Right.
there's of course you don't make sure there's no sender in the thing because you don't be accident. So don't want to send it accidentally, or even better yet, write it in a Word document.
Hmm.
You know, don't write it
Just to
in
get it out.
email, just to get it out.
Okay.
I'll journal that way sometimes. Matter of fact, I was thinking maybe we can read excerpts from our journals sometime in the future. But anyway, um, so today I wrote, and I guess technically this is me subtweeting it, just doing it in a podcast instead of on Facebook.
Basically.
But
I was gonna let you to keep on
you
going
let me do.
because you're gonna get it out anyway.
So basically, what I said was that I didn't say. I said, you know what? When I think about how Obama was burned at the stake for wearing a tan suit, and then the way these people still going up for you know who, it just lets me know that when somebody is against you, ain't nothing you can do to make them for you. So you might as well keep on fucking keeping on doing what you supposed to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't post it.
You just posted it.
No, I didn't post it. I didn't post it.
I'm talking about here.
Are you saying I posted it now? Well,
So what were you feeling? I mean, what was?
I was just reflecting on some stuff that it wasn't even nothing that's active. You know how you be
Mm,
reflecting, thinking that motherfucker did me wrong.
somebody that just did you something wrong, or just
You don't want
random?
me to get into it.
Oh,
You don't want me to get into it.
okay.
We've alluded to it in a couple episodes back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talk
Okay.
about it often.
Gotcha.
See, that's growth.
Oh, I know.
You know, yes, that's growth. Because
It is growth.
Because another girl, maybe just a year or two ago, would have been, "Why ain't saying nobody's name? So let's just get into it. Let's get into it."
You've been known to do that from time to time.
I'm just saying about this particular thing, and
I get it.
can I get some credit?
Yeah, I give you credit.
Okay,
but
anyway, I hope y'all are entertained because there's some pauses.
You can lose focus at times.
I'm gonna get on to our last topic for this episode of the podcast. So I am constantly listening to podcasts, just, people I like. And sometimes I even listen to a podcast I'm not crazy about just to see how they do it and maybe to get ideas on how we can be better. Because, listen, people at Sirius XM, we are coming. We're coming for y'all. We coming for your necks. Andy Cohen, do we have to be a part of Bravo to get an Andy Cohen segment?
I think we need a show.
I think we need a show on Sirius. We do.
Yes.
We could do it.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it. Just don't, we just get us the right producer that, that jives with the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it. I think we could.
I think so.
But anyway, I was listening to a podcast,
mm-hmm.
and this woman had called in, and she was talking about how she was dating a guy. The woman is 24, and the guy's in his 40s, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she early 30s and he's in his 40s? Something like that. There's a pretty big age gap. Like it's like a 10 to 15-year age gap.
Okay.
And so they had been dating for a year, maybe a little bit over a year, and the guy was really like, "Hey, let's lock this down. Let's say we're together. We are the ones." Matter of fact, well, what does it matter who it is? Anyway, and the girl's like, "I don't know. I'm unsure. I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready to take it to that level yet." He's okay, fine. I'll be patient. I'll wait. So, cut to 6 months to a year later, she's like, "You know what? I think I'm ready." He is like, "Nah, I don't know. I don't trust you now. I got to make sure you want it for the right reasons." Now, mind you, it ain't like he won the lottery since they've been together. He was already a wealthy person when they first got together.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was wealthy and she wasn't?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole time.
And how long have they been together?
2 years-ish,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
In a year he wanted it more.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want it. A year later, she decided she did want more, and now he's essentially. Some people say the women I was listening to on this podcast said she should ditch him. He's trying to test you now. He's just kind of doing a tit for tat because when you didn't want him in that way, to kind of punish you, and he's toxic.
Those extreme.
So
why is everybody using those words? Toxic and misogynist.
Sometimes things are toxic, and sometimes things are filled with.
But it seems like everything is. Every time a guy disagrees, it's always.
Well, it's like
those extremes.
It's always like people use everything's trauma. Everything's trauma. Everything's traumatic. Everybody's iconic, right? Everybody's iconic. Yeah, people overuse things.
Yeah, it's just
the word love. People overuse it. But
I'm talking about, I guess, how they portray men.
Well, let's let go of that.
Oh, sorry. You're in the story. Excuse me.
Stick with the story.
It triggered something.
It did. It did. It's all right. So, was there a problem? Is the man right to say, well, now that you want me, I'm not sure if I want you in that way right now. I don't necessarily trust you. I'm just curious because you trusted her a year ago, but now you don't trust her because she wants it now. I don't know. It does to me sound like a power trip. He wants to be in control of the situation. He wants to be the one who says, now's the time.
Can it be both? A little bit?
Can it be what's the other? That he doesn't trust.
That by her saying, no, I don't know if I'm ready. He's questioning what makes you ready now. And he wants to try to figure out what that is or what that was.
I mean, I guess that's very possible.
Yeah.
It's very possible. Because her not ready could have been, most guys by this time cheat on me, or, I don't really know. I know you, but I need to know you for 2 years before I really know you. Who knows what her reason was. But I mean, I guess him saying that he's not ready does not make him the villain. I think that is the whole point.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay to have kind of some of both.
It is. It is okay.
And if he is, someone wealthy or whatever, he maybe used to be in control, yes. And why wouldn't somebody want him? Why wouldn't you want me after 2 years? And, usually women, that's probably kind of too long for him to ask anyway.
But if she's young, like we said, if she's 25, 26 to his 10 to 15, I can see why she's like, come on. Let's have fun, just dating each other. I'm 25, I'm 24, whatever, however old she is. Right? So it could be a little bit of that. I think.
Okay.
Well, we're going to end it there.
Why? What's wrong?
What? There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
That's just it. That's the last topic that I have for this episode.
Okay.
Was that kind of an anticlimactic end to the podcast?
Not at all. No.
I hope that everybody has your confidence. There's a guy whose podcast I listen to called I think it's the Black Gay, what's the name of his podcast? He messaged us on Instagram saying he loved our podcast and he listens to it on YouTube. So what's his podcast? Oh, here we go. He has it's Jai the Gentleman on is the podcaster, and his podcast, oh gosh, where is it? Oh, Dear Black Gay Man is the name of his podcast.
Okay.
So if you're interested, go check out his podcast. If you comment on one of his posts, tag us, let them know. Two Grooms on a Pod sent you. Someone did message me. So one more thing.
Okay.
Someone did. Well, let's do this. Let's do a fake ending first, because if I decide to cut this out of the podcast, we will have ended it, right? Okay. So we're gonna do a faux ending, and I'm gonna talk about something, and if we decide that what I just said is too hot for TV, we're just gonna cut it off. So y'all just know it. We just changed our minds.
Too hot? Okay.
Or too controversial, too rude, too whatever, too something.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all so much for listening to or watching Two Grooms
in a Pod.
I'm Cleo.
And I'm Shannon.
And until next time, in the words of Julie Chen, love one another.
I don't know her.
Big Brother.
Oh. I do know her.
Okay.